And we are live here on the Major League Gaming main stage. Instinct and Final Boss all locked up 1-1. The crowd is on their feet. If you are a fan of gaming, a fan of Major League Gaming, you are really getting a treat tonight as we get ready for game number 3 right here in the Meadowlands.
That's right, game 3, winner's bracket round 3. Winner of this series will advance to the winner's bracket finals tomorrow on MLG Championship Sunday to face off against Believe the Hype, people.
Ooh.
Yeah, not straight ripping, not triggers down. It's Believe the Hype. That's a beautiful shot of Construct. But I want to watch this game. It's Walshy playing Guardian Oddball. Victor X is going to open the game, grabbing the sniper, and immediately I got to go to the guy who just put up 20, and he's opening the game with a triple. Oh, and he hits the point. Wow.
Victory X truthfully taking the game into his hands, pretty much making Final Boss stay in the series.
Now, Scott, it's all tied up 1-1, but we have a lot of new fans out there, a lot of people tuning in for the first time tonight. I got to ask you, can you please explain the rivalry between these two teams?
Well, all right, for those fans out there who are new, basically, Final Boss decided to kick off Walshy after the second 2008 event. Walshy started up his new team of Instinct with Roy and Lunch. They've changed their players back and forth, but they finally met at our Toronto event, I believe. Correct, Chris?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Final Boss versus Instinct happened at Toronto?
Yes, it did, for the first time. That was the Toronto event that Final Boss actually picked up Neighbor and dropped Walshy for the first time.
And so they met up, and Instinct won, and Walshy said it was like taking candy from a baby, except the baby may have put up a better fight.
All right, so Ogre 2, he was part of the decision that he was kind of one of the driving forces behind the decision to boot Walshy off the team. Walshy came back and beat him in 3 consecutive events. I believe that was placed higher than them. Maybe not in Dallas.
Not consecutive, but
yeah,
overall.
3 times. Anyway, we're watching Victory X here. He's doing big things here. 35 seconds for Final Boss. Instinct, that's what's really surprising me. They have a donut still. What's going on?
You know, they haven't been in a great position at all. I mean, Final Boss is doing a great job. Neighbor's very cautious right now. He's got the sniper just trying to keep him locked in. But Roy was able to get the ball. Great play by Roy.
Victory just charging top middle, not being shot at.
This is shocking. This is not the Instinct I'm used to. Normally, Instinct is constantly putting pressure in top mid, keeping everyone back, but apparently they didn't see Victory.
Well, I think they were focused on the camo more. They were going to let Victory do his thing because Neighbor is going to get the power weapons. They're going to go after the power-ups and the power weapons here. And I think we got a special treat for everyone up here.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Who is that, Scott?
I think that is Sunny Dance.
Hey, guys. So this has been amazing. I've been down there pushing buttons and talking to you and watching this, and I couldn't stop myself. I had to come up and say, hey, the crowd stood on their feet that whole commercial break. Everybody seems to be heavily rooting for Instinct, but there's some Ogre fans in the back. There's about 300 people behind the main stage sitting on the floor. This is the most energy I've ever seen in MLG, but it's just incredible. I just want to come up here for a minute and comment on it because it's just insane.
And right now we're checking out. Oh, hey, that's my beautiful
That's Sunny.
Surprise.
How's it going, guys?
Rub it for luck. But the first event of the year. Boy, Farouk's back, but
sucker, take it, get up.
You snooze, you lose, baby. But at the end there, that last game, I know his neighbor caught fire, but when they took that last kill from him, it looked like he was completely deflated. We've talked about his head, and now they're starting off a little bit soft here in this third game. I don't know. I think he's got to get his head out of his ass.
It's up there pretty deep, Sonny, if you ask me. He was not happy in between games, and he has the same frown that he was wearing when he started to lose with Final Boss.
Yeah. I mean, because the kid's amazing. He's one of my favorite guys to watch, but honestly, like, he can't be down on himself. They almost came back. The issue was the lead was too big, but I think Walsh's leadership is going to come into play. The twins, his new twins, those comments before the match started were ridiculous. But I don't know. I just want to come up here real quick. I'm going to get back down there and call the show, but
don't do it.
Well, I can wait for a minute.
We got a 15-minute game.
I'll hang out.
Right,
it's a long game. But I got to say, I'm impressed with the Final Boss squad. I didn't expect this much necessarily early on. I thought maybe there were going to be some issues. Macchio's been solid, and you know what is interesting is he's communicating a bit. He's taking that leadership role a little bit because sometimes Ogre 2 gets into the zone and stops talking, and they don't have a coach.
Yeah, what's that all about? You know, if you're final boss, do you go after coach this season, Sonny?
I don't know. I think these guys are pretty good, you know, but I think, again, it's that mental game. It's that somebody to remind you, to point things out to you, because nobody can watch 4 screens at once. You know what I mean? If you're in the game, when you're down, you can look back and forth, but you have to have somebody who's going back and forth, I think. But I don't know, maybe they couldn't find somebody they like. Mantrain's obviously playing on the Incredibles. You know, JT Bravo was
And that's
them.
an incredible decision on his
Oh,
part,
yeah.
huh?
Well, what are you going to do about that? I got to say, that was upsetting to me. Watching that, not one of the high points in the history of the league, just in my opinion, because it seemed like one team was trying and the other, part of that team was here to have fun. The other part didn't really care.
You know, I wouldn't even say that part of this team was just determined to have fun. It was just final boss.
Yeah.
Demolishing.
The other half was just wasting our time. Thanks, Dan. Oh, just kidding. All right, he put up some big numbers in that last game. He was trying hard.
He did good.
You know, he's a great player, but again, my question was, are those the people you're going to surround yourself if you're really going to make a run at it?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are going to be saying after this series, well, maybe you should have just stuck with Final Boss, because you got to wonder if the duo had stuck together. You know, not that they're out of there, but they're still in the winner's bracket, obviously.
But would people say maybe Ogre 1 held Ogre 2 back?
Well, you just asked it. I don't know, but it's, I don't know. It's exciting. 2009 so far is off to an incredible start. This is a record event. Obviously, more people than we've ever seen at an event. I don't know. I'm just loving it.
You know, we're back here in the Meadowlands. We're close going, but I got to ask you, Meadowlands, last year, it was the first event in Halo 3, so I was expecting some upsets.
Right.
Did you expect a number of upsets here this weekend that we've seen?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest, and we talked a lot about Triggers Down coming into it and how many people had them doing really well. I questioned the chemistry on the team a little bit. New squad, new lineup. Hysteria has really blown up on the scene, and you know, maybe a little bit of ego there with that, which is understandable, but it's 4 guys playing together. It's 2 halves, 2 different teams coming together, but I think they'll rebound. But that was surprising to me. But then when I saw who did it and what they've done since then, believe the hype. Clutch comes up to me after I walk out of the bathroom, and he's like, "Do you know who I am?" And I laughed, and I was like,
Do now.
He's like, "I'm Clutch. I believe the hype, and we're gonna win. We're gonna keep winning. We can beat anybody." I mean, he walked up to me with confidence. He's just like, "You don't understand how hard we practice. We play every day. We're getting ready for this, and you know what? Online superstars, that's BS. We're gonna crush. We're a LAN team now."
And to be honest, Clutch throughout the offseason was my favorite player. Constantly sending me fucking through films.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been more generous.
And you know, great guy. Seemed really, really nice. He was very happy to be on a roll and be playing well. He understands how important that is.
Do you remember seeing him last year in Meadowlands? He was playing, I believe, with like Homicide and whatnot. And Homicide, how much better did he get?
Well, that's